Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with another What Sold on eBay video. This should be a few days of sales here in my eBay store. Again, I'm a part-time reseller. I have a full-time job and all that kind of stuff if you're newer. And this is what I sell. I try to show you guys everything that's moved out over the course of a week for me so you guys can try to see what kind of business model I'm running. Obviously, everyone has their own way of doing things, so do whatever works for you. But let's get into what sold. So first off, we have a cassette here. This is the Poor Righteous Teachers Pure Poverty cassette. It's from that big buy I had with a bunch of hip hop and rap cassettes. This one's sold on sale for $8.49. So one of the lower ones, but I've sold a lot of these cassettes for 20, 25, 30 bucks. I spent $20 on the whole case of cassettes, and we've probably sold $600 or $700, $800 worth of cassettes. So a pretty good deal there. We have a Remo Emperor Pro Pack. These are like a little drum pad things. I got these from the storage unit guy when I bought some stuff from him one day. They were brand new, sealed. The packaging had a little wear on the edges. They sold for $42.29. They went to like Idaho or something like that, somewhere pretty close to me. And they ended up shipping, I think FedEx because of the size, for like 12 or 13 bucks. So it was a pretty good deal. I did get good feedback. The person was super happy. I guess they were a backup set for the drummer or whatever, so he was super happy to get those. Here's a Minolta card case. This goes to like a little camera. They have these little cards that go into the camera, and this was just the card case. It didn't have any cards in it or anything, and it ended up selling for 12 bucks shipped. So it's one of those random things where I wasn't sure if it would sell, but I listed it and someone ended up buying it, so I was happy about that. Here's another one of those HO model kits. It's a Walther's Cornerstone to Central Gas and Supply. This one sold for $22.49 on sale. We basically ended up having, I think, 13 buildings and a bunch of trains, and we spent $150. So we had quite a bit in, but one of the trains sold for like $55. I think one sold for $35. So there's plenty of money in the trains. This model ended up going for $22.49, and it was lighter, so it shipped first class. Here are some Kellogg cereal bowls. It looks like there's Tony the Tiger and the Toucan. Is it Sam? I don't remember. Yeah. And then the Snap Crackle Pop or whatever people. These were, I think, $1 or $2 at a garage sale. They just looked cool. I didn't look them up. Turns out they don't have a ton of value. They finally sold on sale for $16 shipped. They did go first class though, so we actually made some money on them, but probably not the best thing to go out there and buy. PS2, this is a Namco Museum. It sold for $8.99, so a pretty easy sale there. And a Makita, this is from that big drill charger buy. This is the DC 9100. It sold for $20 shipped, and I actually just sold another one of this charger the other day for $20 shipped, so it sells pretty regularly. Here is one of those Thomas the Trains. You guys know I bought a bunch a while back, and I told you guys you should part them out because these trains can be valuable sometimes on their own. Not everyone, but some. Some of the old wooden ones do really, really well, the early ones. This is a Douglas and his tender. This one sold for $25 shipped, and it does have some scratches, some wear, so definitely happy to get $25 shipped out of a little train. We spent 20 bucks on the whole box of trains. Here is the Paintball Mask. It's a V-Force Grills mask. It's called the Cowabunga one. On the back it has like the Ninja Turtle type style for the strap or whatever. This is from the storage unit video that I showed you guys where I got all the books and I bought a paintball guns and all kinds of stuff. This mask was in there and it sold used for $80 shipped. I guess it was a pretty unique one. Only 250 of them made, so it ended up selling really, really well. I was happy about that. It went to like Oakland or something. Here's a McFarlane Toys Aries. It's a Zodiac figure, I guess is the line. I don't know much about it. This is from the big $1,600 Lego and video game and toy buy that I had a while back. It's been quite a while now, over a year now, and this one finally sold for $30 shipped on sale. Actually, it was a best offer. It was on sale, but it sold on the best offer for $30. Here's a Cutco, one of my favorite things to sell. Just such a really solid brand. It's one of those things that sells all the time. Even the lesser desirable utensils will sell, and the knife blocks sell. So if you can find the knives though, or a whole set, you're really going to do well. This one was the serrated bread knife. This one sold for $29 shipped. I think I had $1 or $2 in it, so a really great deal there for a knife. It ended up shipping first class as well. Star Wars figure. This is the Bossick Bounty Hunter. I don't know much about him, but this is from that big toy buy as well. It sold for $42.49 on sale, so first class item, easy to ship. Here's a Mouse and Hoffman multicolor, like polka dot style shirt. It's a 2XL. I got this for $5 at a Goodwill. I used to go there all the time when I worked at my old position at my company. When I go on lunch breaks, I'd go to this Goodwill that was right down the street. And I went there recently when we were traveling down there, and ended up paying $5 for a bunch of these 2XL shirts. They were really kind of crazy styles. This is the first one to sell, and it sold for 35 shipped. So wouldn't recommend probably buying a bunch of this brand, but I just bought them because the styles were crazy and they were 2XLs. Here's a Halo Reach GameStop. This is like a pre-release promo shirt that you could get. This one sold for $32.50. I got it from Storage Unit Guy as well on a big buy I had it listed at $65 because there weren't really any comps. There was no way to know really what it would be worth. It's nothing too crazy. A normal Halo Reach shirt might go for $20 or $25. So I figured this one had a little more value, and I took a best offer of $32.50. So just happy to move it on. I doubt there were many buyers out there for that item. Here's a Private Secretary, aka Susie DVD. It's a volume 3. It was brand new sealed. Got this from a thrift store near me. I paid, I think, $1.49 for it, or $1.99. Ended up only selling for $8.49. When I scanned it, it looked like it was doing better, so I put it in my pile. I didn't really double check, and then I bought a bunch of media that day, and then I went back to list it, and I was like, this one isn't that valuable, and it finally sold for $8.49. So we still made some money, but wasn't probably the best pickup. Here's an Oxford haul. This is like a kind of just a set of flatware. It's not really a great set. There's only 17 pieces. You can see there's not enough to like really do a nice place setting or anything. It has pretty unique handles though. It sold for $24 shipped. There is money in flatware, especially if you can get a nice complete set. Something to look out for is the Washington Forge Mardi Gras set. That set can do pretty well. It's different colors, but it's one of those ones that people will buy. So keep an eye out for big sets of flatware. If it's made in Japan, maybe made in Korea, some of those older ones might do well. Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects for the Xbox sold for $10.39 on sale. This game always sells. I had it listed at $13 and it finally sold on sale for 20% off. I just listed it too high. This is more of a $10 to $11 game, so that's where you need to be if you want to move it. But I'm okay with a $10 video game sale. It's going to cost $3 something to ship it, and you're going to make a few bucks on it. And usually these ones I've either paid $1 or less, or I've gotten in a big bulk buy, so I'm not spending a lot to buy this game. Here's an item that I bought that I thought would never sell. I spent $5 on this TomTom. It's a TomTom isn't really the greatest ones. Some of the Garmin ones still can do pretty well. Some of the newer ones or what have you. This one finally sold on sale for $21.59, and it actually went global shipping. So I was surprised anyone wanted it. It costs like $8 to $9 to ship it, I think, maybe 10. So we didn't make a whole lot, but I was just happy to get it out of the inventory and make my money back. The Lawnmower Man, everyone knows about him. He sold for $7.64 for the Super Nintendo. Not really the greatest game. It ended up selling on sale. SpongeBob, this is like a Blu-ray. It's sealed. This one, I forgot where I got it from. Big Lots had it at $5, but I got it for $1, I think, at a garage sale or at an estate sale or something. It was brand new sealed, which is why I grabbed it, and it sold for 10 shipped. So pretty good deal there. It costs you $2.80 to ship it out, and you make, $4 or $5. Sons of Anarchy seasons 2 and 3. Actually, I had season 1 with this as well when I got all these DVDs, but season 1 was missing a disc, which was a bummer. These two were not, and they sold for 12 shipped. Probably could have got like 15 if I had the other one there. Again, they ship media mail. I like selling DVD sets. I prefer to obviously have the whole set, and I've told you guys before, look out for the last couple seasons of a series. A lot of times the last season has some more value than the earlier seasons. The Two of Us DVD, this is from the Rock and Roll Buy. This DVD used, I don't know much about it, but apparently it's a little bit valuable. It sold for 17 shipped, so an awesome deal there for a used DVD. If you're getting over 15 for a used DVD, that obviously it must be pretty rare. It's out of print or there's something special about it, because most used DVDs that you know of probably go for like $3 or $4. Here's a Hitachi battery pack charger. This one I don't think was from the big charger buy. I think it was from a different buy. I think we spent $5 or $6 on this one at a garage sale, and it sold for 35 shipped. I ship these chargers in a padded flat rate, so I bubble wrap them, put them in a padded flat rate as long as they're over £1, and they go out. If it's a lighter one or a smaller one, I'll bubble wrap it and put them in a bubble mailer. Here's a black Volvo Windbreaker, just has a Volvo logo on the back. Nothing really crazy. This one I took a best offer of 25 shipped. I want to say I spent $5 at a garage sale on this one. It's been up for quite a while, but it finally sold for 25. It was light enough to go first class though, because it was that really thin windbreaker style jacket, so that was good. Here's a cool item, a Smart Shopper grocery list organizer. This is something that I thought probably wouldn't have a lot of value these days, especially with smartphones and everything like that. I'm sure they have apps for grocery. I don't even know, but this one was $1 at a garage sale. I scanned it while I was there real quick, and I saw comps of $20, $25, and I was like, well, for $1, I'll grab it. It looks to be brand new, which it was, and I ended up selling it for, I listed it as used because it was open, but it didn't appear to be used. All the paper was still rolled up and everything, but this sold for 30 shipped. It ended up costing us $8 or $9 to ship it out priority mail because it was just over a pound, but really good deal there. I was happy with it, and it sold pretty quickly. Xbox One Grand Theft Auto 5 disc only, sold for 20 shipped. This game always sells. It sells on the 360, it sells on the PS3. Not as much as on the Xbox One, but if you can get Grand Theft Auto 5, it's one of those games that's still moving. The newest Grand Theft Auto seems to always have some value. Another game that's doing pretty well, just to keep an eye out, is Minecraft. I've been selling all my Minecraft games as well. When I pick them up, they sell pretty quickly for the Xbox and stuff like that. Here's some Wilton. These are like cookie cutters. I bought a whole box of cookie cutters for $10 at a garage sale. Most of them were not worth anything, but I lotted up the unique ones. There were some that were Thanksgiving. There were some that were, these are a hamburger, fries, and a hot dog. These ones were by Wilton. There were other ones that were like Mickey Mouse ones, and I lotted them all up, and I've sold them pretty well. These ones sold on sale for $14.39. They go first class, so we made some money there. I wouldn't go out and buy a bunch of cookie cutters. There are some rare ones that have some value, but most aren't going to be super valuable. Here's another one of those Stone Brewing work shirts. We've sold a bunch of these. You guys have seen them. I finally sold my last one the other day, but this one sold for $38.24 on sale. And, oh, sorry. We have a Dog Whisperer Season 3, Cesar Milan or whatever his name is. This was a DVD that I think I got from the Rock and Roll Buy as well. And it was just a random DVD in there, and this one sold for $20 used. So awesome deal for a used DVD set. Like I said, even for TV series, most individual ones aren't selling for, like a season 3 of Friends is not selling for $20 unless something crazy's happened. So when it comes to some of these DVD series, though, they're a little more valuable because they're a little more harder to find or what have you. So this one got $20, great deal there. The Making of Star Trek from the Rock and Roll Buy as well, sold for $9.89, just a random book. No way to scan it, so I actually had to type that one in, and I usually will. If I buy books, I'll scan the ones I can, and I'll type the other ones in, because you never know if you have a pretty valuable book. Some books over time, you'll kind of get an idea. Some of these romance books or like some of the fiction ones, you'll see which ones aren't really worth your time. But if it's a nonfiction one or just something a little unique or different, I'll look it up. Here's another one. This is The Savvy Musician. It sold for $9 shipped. That's also from the Rock and Roll Buy. That one did have a barcode. Here's the thing that I picked up from Storage Unit Guy. It's a tow hitch cover for Hoffman Toyota, I don't know, of Long Beach, which is in California. I just threw it in my bucket. I'm like, maybe someone needs this cover, and they love that Toyota dealership. And I listed, I think, for $40 or $36 or something like that. Took a best offer of $28. It shipped for like $8 or $9. It was a little heavy, but I was just surprised someone even wanted it, but it's just one of those random things you grab and it pays off, and we actually made pretty good money on it, so I was happy about that. This is a Three Stooges Collector's Edition. I got this from the Storage Unit Guy sale as well. It was brand new sealed. You look at this and you think, man, this has got to be worth $30, $40. It's brand new sealed, Collector's Edition. No, it was worth $19 brand new, so it was kind of embarrassing when I got this and I'm like, oh, this is going to be awesome. I scanned it and I was like, what? But I still kept it because it's brand new sealed. It's easy to list. I probably had a buck or two in it based on what I bought from him that day. So 19 shipped. I'm happy with that. Here is a Wrangler Aztec style shirt. It had a little stain on the bottom, but I love the Wrangler Western style ones. They seem to still do pretty well for me. They don't sell super quick because I usually list mine a little bit higher and try to take offers, but they do sell. They're one of those clothing items I will still pick up if it's got a cool pattern. This one sold for $33.29 on sale. It also had sold before. A buyer bought it and returned it once, saying that it didn't really fit them well. So this one did not get returned though, so I was happy about that. Argy Bargy, Squeeze by Squeeze, I guess is a band. I've never heard of them. This is from the Rock and Roll Buy as well. $18 used CD. It sold on sale. Here's another DVD from that buy, a Les Paul Chasing Sound. I think this was like a tutorial style, like a training type DVD, and it sold for $13 shipped. 2 Kia manuals. We haven't seen the manual in a while. These are from the big manual buy that I had for $500. These Kia Sophia, which I never even heard of that style of car, and I work in an industry with cars. I never even heard of that one, but it ended up selling for $26.39 on sale, volumes 1 and 2. Stone Brewing, another one of those shirts. This one sold for $45 shipped, so this one did pretty well. I think that most of them were listed at $45, so this one sold for full price. But a lot of them I've taken offers as low as $35 and anywhere in between that. They were a really good buy. Prince, the New Power Generation CD. This one sold for $14. It was also from the Rock and Roll Buy, so a great deal on a CD. And Babylon Mystery Religion, Ancient and Modern from 1966 by Ralph Woodrow. This was from a $10 book buy I had. There's a bunch of random stuff in there, and a lot of the books ended up being valuable. They're just stuff I never heard of before. This one sold for $60 shipped for a used book on eBay, so not even on Amazon. It's just on eBay, a $60 used book, which is awesome. I was stoked about that sale. Some Healies. These are used size 6. I do better with like the bigger size Healies that like adults could possibly wear. The smaller youth ones do sell, but not as great. This one I think I paid $3 for at a thrift store, and they ended up selling for $23 shipped, but I believe they cost $8 or $9 to ship it. So not a great deal, but we did make some money. They were up for a while. Here's another CD from the Rock and Roll by the 3 O'Clock, 16 Tambourines. These ones sold, this sold for $38 shipped, and it had, I think, a crack to the front of the case as well, or at least a scratch on there on the case. The CD was fine, but $38 shipped for that used CD. Again, CDs have been awesome. Media's been awesome for me. We're making money on media. I'm loving selling it. Super easy to ship. Shipping costs are low, easy to store. So definitely recommend it if you don't mind some of those smaller dollar sales, because a lot of the CDs go for $10, $12, but there are some gems in there as well. A PS2 memory card lot. I usually lot these up if I get them. 4 of them sold for $20 shipped. They go first class. And then I sold 4 PS1 memory cards with this like case that's designed to hold the memory cards. These ones ended up selling for $25.49. They were not all OEM ones. 2 of them were aftermarket, so that probably hurt the price a little bit, but they sold for $25.49. And that's it, guys. That's everything I have for you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please let me know. Hope sales are picking up for you. I know we're still in that kind of summer slowdown, but we should start seeing things uptick here in the next month or two as we move towards fourth quarter, and I assume people will still be buying a lot online, so hopefully it will be good for all of us. If you have any questions, let me know. I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you for all the support. I'm getting a lot of comments and love in the feedback or in the comment section, and I really appreciate the feedback and people letting me know kind of what they're enjoying, and if you're learning something or whatever, really kind of helps motivate me more to want to make better quality videos and keep putting out content, because I'm getting a lot of awesome support for you guys. And I know there's so many channels out there to watch. It's almost overwhelming now with how many people have YouTube channels, and there's so many good ones and a lot of good information. So if you guys spend your time watching my videos, I truly appreciate that. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.